We started in, I got hired in the fall of 2010 by Tim Rader, our president and CEO, looking for an artistic director to begin a regional theater program at the Paramount. The Paramount has become a landmark, and they were just looking at how to renew and build. And I got hired in the fall of 2010, and a year later, in the fall of 2011, we opened with My Fair Lady. Being an artistic director is I've been directing and also overseeing production values and finding out what our audience wants and delivering on that and serving our audience and serving our downtown community. I can tell you personally, I have never heard crowds in the Copley Theater cheer so loud and laugh so hard as they are now. It's broken box office records for the Copley, for the Bold series, and I can't recommend it strongly enough. You know, there's something about theater going, there's something about the arts that has a way of lifting us up, and lifting us up with any burdens we may be carrying, making that lighter and actually putting light on it. Right. People can come to the theater and realize there's a universality. There's suddenly all our differences go away and we're unified in laughing and crying and appreciating. And we realize we have more in common than we don't. You go out to get away from things, you know, to lighten up. Yep. And you'll find, wow, I've done that myself, and I've been through that, and it just helps you deal with things, and maybe hopefully even learn something about yourself. I read the performance reports every day, and people are still just jumping and jiving and just having the best time. There's something about the intimacy of it. This concept of, rather than it's on the stage and you're here and they're there, you are in the recording session with them, which is an experience unlike anything else in the theater. It's unlike anything you've ever seen. No matter how many times you've seen $1 Million Quartet, you have never seen it like this. And the talent in the show is mind-blowing. And how consistent they are, Curtis. I'm telling you, how many times have I seen the show? They just get better. Right. They just get better. I couldn't be more proud of them. And it's been extended like 3 times. There's something very unique that's happened. Regional theaters rarely do an open run because we're subscription theaters. You buy 4 shows and they're limited so that you can get to the next show. You know, there's 6 weeks here and 6 weeks there. They have to close so you can get your subscription, your show. This is the first time, certainly for Paramount, and I don't know where else in the country this has ever happened, for a regional theater to do an open run, and what keeps it running is the audience. They keep coming. I read reports where people are saying, oh, this is my 5th time. I got to come back with my family. You know, it's really remarkable. It's a real once-in-a-lifetime type of entertainment. Cats, baby. Gosh, I remember auditioning for Cats. I was on tour in Bob Fosse's Dancing, and we were all getting excited about the tour is going to end, and we're going to be back in New York, and we're all going to go audition for Cats, because it was like this big hit from the UK, and I got it down to the very last group, and I realized we were all the same height. Like, I was with all the short guys, and then choreographer says to me, any tumbling? Any gymnastics? Any acrobatics? No. Thank you. All the short guys there had to be tumblers, had to have some gymnastic skill, because the 6 foot tall guys were like the leading men, singers, and so, yeah, it's a great show. I love T.S. Eliot. I love Andrew Lloyd Webber. And you know, Cats is this poem. It's an art form set to music, and it's going to be thrilling in this new circus environment. It's being directed by Trent Stork, who did Frozen, who did Billy Elliot, who just got a bunch of Jeff Awards for Kinky Boots. So yeah, Trent's on it. We've got all these acrobats and gymnasts from Chicago. There's something called the Gymnasium. It's a theater based on aerial stuff. And all these experts are here in Aurora right now, rehearsing these incredible stunts, and I can't wait. I haven't seen any of it yet. It's coming up this end of this week.
My name is Trent Stork, and I am the artistic producer and casting director for Paramount Theater, and then I am currently the director of Cats as well. Yeah, we did Cats over 11 and a half years ago for the first time, and I was actually the associate director of that show when we did it for the first time. And I remember we were dreaming up ideas and thinking about the set, and I told the director, Sean, at the time, I was like, what if Victoria, the white cat, appeared to the Jellicle Ball on a moonbeam of silks? Wouldn't that be so cool if she came down from the sky on a moonbeam of silks? And by that time, we had already figured out the set, and we didn't have space for it, and so that idea kind of went by the wayside. But I was like, well, maybe if I ever get to do Cats, that's how Victoria will show up to the ball. So actually, that kind of sparked the idea a long time ago, and Chicago has one of the greatest groups of circus performers in the country outside of Vegas. And so it felt like a great opportunity to tap into that talent pool, to kind of showcase Cats in a new way. You know, I think it's like the third stanza in the opening number where they say, we can walk on a wire, we can bounce on a ball, we can swing through the air like a flying trapeze. So it all started to make sense. And then once I kind of got the green light to go ahead and that we were doing Cats officially, one idea kind of sparked the next idea, kind of sparked the next idea, kind of sparked the next idea, and then I got Sylvia Hernandez de Stasi and Amanda Crockett from the Actors Gymnasium in Evanston on board to do all the circus choreography. And with their wealth of knowledge, they, you know, we just kind of collaborated and had one idea after another about which cats could be doing what acts on what apparatus when, and it all kind of started to come together. So I'm really excited about it, and it's going to look gorgeous, and it's going to be a whole spectacle, and the cast is so good. They're so talented, and they're multifaceted, not just singers and dancers and actors, but they're singers, actors, dancers, trapeze artists, sear wheel experts, jugglers, contortionists, XYZ. So it's a wealth of talent in the cast for sure. So fun. It's so nice to be able to go to work every day and you genuinely enjoy the people that you're working with, and I'm just in awe of what they can do. You know, I'm so honored that they said yes to the show. You know, there's a lot of stigma around cats, and people have their opinions about cats, and that's fine. So, but to have a bunch of actors that are really here to go for it and are really making it work, and we're showcasing the talent of cats in a whole new way. And you know, every day I leave inspired. You know, I'm already in mourning for opening night when my job is done, and I have to go away from it. So,
opening night's coming soon.
I know.
Are you ready for it?
I'm ready for it, but I'm sad. Because then I'm done. Then I got to go away.
And where is away?
I'll just go to the next. I'm on to the next show.
Okay.
But the cast will get to continue the run, and I'll pop in every once in a while. But opening night is kind of my director's last night on the show. Every day we make progress, and every day somebody in the cast does something that inspires a moment in the play that, you know, we hadn't thought about before, highlights these characters in a way that I hadn't even thought of. They're bringing so much to the table. So I just feel like I have a wealth of riches every day going in and working on this show. And we're about to move into the theater tomorrow, and we're about to start working on all the technical elements as well. So we start to put everything that we've been doing in the rehearsal hall on stage. So then we get all our other collaborators, our costume designers and the scenic designer and the lighting designer and the sound designer and the production designer, all that starts to come together too. So, and they're all so good and so talented. So soon we'll get to see what they're going to bring to the table and start to put it all together.
Yeah, I've got the longest title in the world. I am the Chief Marketing Officer, the Chief Programming Officer, and the General Manager for River Edge Park, and all other duties as assigned. So we literally just did this as you were going on with you guys on stuff. And so we're announcing 7 shows that we're doing. Let's start with the Copley Theater. Super cool. For those who haven't been in the Copley Theater since we redid it, it's 165 seats. It's super intimate. And especially for the things we're going to do here and talk about comedy, it's like being in a really cool comedy club without being crammed in on top of each other. We're doing an amazing comedian. Her name is Jen Kober. We're bringing her in for Pride Week. So she's coming in on the Pride Week on June 6th and 7th. Amazingly super funny, absolutely great. It's definitely an adult show, so it's R-rated on stuff, but I encourage you, go check her out. You've probably seen her on Righteous Gemstones. She's on Star Wars, Mandalorian, How We Roll, The Browns, Black Monday, all over the place. She's on the road with a tour right now. She's coming in. It's going to be super cool. We've already announced this, and it's almost sold out, so I tell you this. Second City's coming in for very limited dates during the summer, June 17th through the 28th. It's their 65th anniversary. And so it is selling like wildfire. If you love Second City, get your tickets now. They're going to be gone soon. We go inside to the Paramount Theater. We are kicking it off June 21st with Wicked, a sing-along. So it's the big Wicked show that everybody knows and loves. It's got the words on the bottom. We're doing 2 performances, 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Come to one or both. Tickets are only $15. Plus, you can buy a huge bucket of popcorn and a pop for like $6. And the bar's open for the parents, or if you have a fake ID, either one, we're totally cool with it. Just kidding, Tim Rader. And but come see that. We're really, really excited about this. So the fastest selling show that we've ever had in Paramount history was when we did a Michael Jackson tribute show right before COVID. We sold one show out in less than 24 hours and added another show, and that sold out. We are bringing in MJ live from Vegas. We're doing one day only, July 12th. I will tell you this, like, check it out, watch the video, see this whole thing. I will assure you this thing is going to sell out. The actor, who I'm not going to mingle his name, who plays Michael Jackson, embodies Michael Jackson. Amazing, amazing, wonderful family show. And it was cool last time, man. People came from all over the place. We actually had a couple people from out of the country. People came dressed as Michael Jackson in the red jackets and all that stuff, the glove. Come, enjoy it. Hollywood Nights, we're bringing those folks in, July 19th, Hollywood Nights. Hollywood Nights is a Bob Seger tribute band. We had them for the last couple of years on and off at River Edge Park. They sell over 5,000 tickets at River Edge Park. We only have 1,700 tickets inside at Paramount. So make sure you come, make sure you get it. They sound dead on, like Seger. Like, what a great way to spend the evening. Seger's got, you don't realize how many hits Bob Seger has until you sit there and listen to it all night long. One of the things we've got just inundated with over the last year is find, if you can't get Taylor Swift, which we cannot, get a Taylor Swift tribute band. And so that's what we did. We got Let's Sing Taylor. It's the unofficial live tribute show. So Swifties, get it together, get ready to go July 26th. Yeah, Curtis is already doing a little dance behind the camera that you can't see. Very nice. With backup by Jay Kelly, our publicist. You guys should be the opening acts for those whole things on stuff. But it's going to be a super cool time. And then we've got Happy Together. Happy Together is this great tour that's been going on for a really long time, celebrating the music of the 60s. So this year we've got the Turtles, and it's always the Turtles host this whole thing, but it's the Turtles, Jay and the Americans, Little Anthony, Gary Puckett and the Union Gap, the Vogues, the Cowsills. I will tell you this, we have had them for the last 11 years. They have sold out for the last 11 years. So get your tickets. They're going to sell out. I can assure you that's going to happen. And last but not least, right now, we have announced Frank Caliendo. So Frank, man, we like to think this is kind of like home turf for Frank when he comes in. He sold out last time. super great guy, super funny. You see him on ESPN, you see him on Comedy Central, you see him all over the place on stuff. Join us. Frank's coming in. It was funny because last time, Frank's whole family comes when they get here on stuff. And so his dad was behind one of the patrons, and they were talking about stuff and got into a long conversation. And then Frank called his own dad out for talking during the show. So you'll see his family. They're super nice. He's fantastic. So check that out. Those are all the things going on inside at the Paramount Theater. Just so you guys remember, River Edge Park this summer. That River Edge Park is under construction. So just so everybody knows, we started that construction project last September, backstage. So they tore everything up backstage. One of the big challenges River Edge Park has had is when it was built, that no one really figured it was going to turn into what it has. You know, like when they first did it, it was going to be a park during the weekdays, concert venue on the weekends, and it was really truly meant for more local acts, you know, more tribute acts, etc. and stuff. We kind of expanded it all. So we've had everybody from Willie Nelson and Idina Menzel to, you know, Kiss and Steve Miller and, you know, B.B. King, and the list goes on. But we don't have the infrastructure to really be able to support it for the artists and really be able to expand it for patrons. So what happened was, backstage, they started working on a proper artist building. We only had one dressing room during all this time that we've had to literally put people up at hotels for dressing rooms and use trailers, etc. and stuff. We're finally getting the proper place for that stuff. Out front, it's going to be a new beverage pavilion. The Hill is going to have a new seating area up there. We're adding something like 45 new bathroom units. I think it's 30 for women, 15 for guys. So we've got more facilities for them. We're expanding out and we're putting electrical boxes along out by the grass so we can have more food trucks out there. Jumbotrons out towards the bridge, a new area that you're going to come in there as a formal area for entrance and a separate gate from the bridge. So it's going to be super cool, man. We're looking forward to it. The goal is going to be, and it will be done in time, to get Chris Kindle Market going. Chris Kindle Market last year, man, it was super exciting. That we did over 271,000 people in 21 days. And it will become the biggest Chris Kindle Market in Illinois, no doubt about that, hands down. And so we saw people coming from all sorts of different states. A lot of folks that normally come from downtown Chicago are coming here now. It's spread out, you know, given some of the challenges Chicago's gone through with some of the crime and some other things, even simple things like parking and congestion down there. This has been the place to go. So we'll be reopened. We start loading those guys in October. It takes about a month to get that all set and ready to go. And then we'll open, I think, the third weekend in November. Chris Kindle Market will be back. It's going to be bigger and better than ever. Pot and a half of coffee. That's what that does. But wait, there is more. Number one, so we can't do what we do inside the Paramount because we're going to do about 500 performances, I think, next year in all of our different venues without the help of our ushers. So it does make a difference what age you are. That if you're interested in it, man, it's a cool experience. You get to interact with the patrons, and honestly, like, people roll in and they're in a great mood. They're looking to have fun. They're looking to support the arts. And if you're looking for a cool way to support us as well, please check it out. Go to our website, look for Usher Volunteers, and we'll give you all the information. We have some open houses coming. But the cool thing is you get to see shows for free. You get to help support an amazing organization, and you get to support the biggest subscription-based theater in the United States, located right here in downtown Aurora. And truthfully, like I said, we can't do what we do without the amazing support of our ushers. We've got ushers who are in their 70s. We got ushers who are 17 years old. Everybody runs the gamut in between on stuff. So please come and check that out. And one of the things the ushers helps us do is Movie Mondays, classic Movie Mondays, right? This was built as the original big giant movie palace way back almost 100 years ago. So Tim Rader brought it back, and we do movies on Monday nights for just $1. And they're super cool movies. It kind of runs the gamut. We're doing Crazy Rich Asians. We're doing Psycho. We're doing Iron Man, Shrek, Barbie, the original Jumanji, the original Raiders of the Lost Ark, Annie, Mamma Mia, The Iron Giant, and more. There's tons of stuff going on during the holidays. $1 movies. And the same thing, we try to make everything as affordable as possible for all the families to come out. So you Come join us Mondays. We want to keep doing as many things as we can do, bring people to experience this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful downtown Aurora.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Hahn, and I'm the Special Events Director here at the Paramount Theater, Meyer Ballroom in River Edge Park. So not everyone knows that we not only produce amazing shows, but we can also have other events like weddings in any of our facilities. So we love treating your event like our next big production. So we can have your wedding over at the Historic Theater with you getting married up on stage and having your reception in the Grand Gallery, which is the lobby to the space. So if you're here for shows, you know what beautiful spaces we have to offer. We also have the facility right across the street called the Meyer Ballroom. So we can have your ceremony and reception in a variety of spaces and ways there too, including our beautiful atrium space that's 2 stories with floor-to-ceiling windows and rivers that overlook the Fox River. So really awesome, beautiful spaces that really kind of fit whatever your need is. We can have a tiny meeting. We can have something up in the Copley Theater, you know, some sort of presentation. We have large conferences, a firemanship conference we have every year with thousands of people in the theater. So small meetings, big events, family reunions, I mean, really anything. Even if you have a fundraiser that needs 6,000 people for a bike race out at River Edge Park, we have those kind of fundraising spaces and all of the kind of events as well. We also have a beautiful outdoor space that we're just about to renovate here momentarily, is outside of our North Island Center, so the building right across the street. So you can have your ceremony out there. It's got a beautiful water feature. The river is in the background, some beautiful trees and things like that, and then as well as the theater or the ballroom and things like that on this side of the street. So we are in the Knot Hall of Fame, which you have to be a Knot winner of their Best of Weddings for multiple years in a row to be eligible for, and we've gotten that every year. The Wedding Wire award we get, Zola Award, so and they're all self-reported with couples. So couples love working with us, and we love working with them on their special day, and really appreciate their feedback. But those are kind of the awards we get year after year to kind of represent what we do for all of our events. Absolutely. So going to our website, so if you go to the Paramount Theater, there's a whole weddings and rentals website subpage that you can look at to kind of get more information. Our information packet is listed there, so our pricing brochure can be downloaded, our date availability, so just anything you need to know, and you can easily reach out to me or one of my team members to get more information as well.
I'm Jess Duplessis. I'm the Director of Education and Community Engagement for Paramount and the Director of Paramount School of the Arts. Summer camps will start on June 2nd. Our summer programs run about 9 weeks. We have things for people as young as 3 and all the way up to adults. Our camps can run 4 weeks. They can run 1 week, 2 weeks. They also run half day or full day. So we have something for everyone, which is really great. We have things in theater, dance, technical theater. That's a big win right now for people who don't want to be on the stage, but they want to be behind the scenes and see how that's working. We have camps that are based towards our audition-based programs that practice and learn together all year long in the fall, so that gives them a taste of it. We have camps that are for very young, tiny artists like Pure Imagination or yoga, storybook yoga camps. So a little bit of something for everyone, which is really important. And we try to make sure that we have the price point for everyone, because summer is hard for families when they're trying to find something for their kids to do when they're still at work, things like that. So we have a little something that we hope will get everybody excited for things that they could explore in the fall. So Summer Show is a camp that we developed about 2 years ago. It's called Paramount Performance Camp, and it's a performance opportunity for students to work in a scaled down version of what we do for any of our Broadway shows. So we license a show, usually a junior version. Junior version doesn't mean that it's any less challenging. It's just kind of an abridged version of a musical. This year we're doing The Lightning Thief, the Percy Jackson musical. Our first year we did Matilda, and last year we did Mean Girls Junior. Bailey O'Neill, who is one of our amazing artisans here at Paramount, will be directing the 3rd year in a row. We also use all of the costume shops, prop shop, the scenic shop, so the kids are really getting all of the people that they see doing the work on our main stage. They get to work with them. It's a 4-week camp. They will spend 2 weeks in the rehearsal room. They'll move into the theater, have a tech process just like our Broadway series, and then they'll have 3 performances. Those performances are on June 27th and 28th this year. This is our 2nd year doing some summer classes for adults. Our adult classes always sell out. We sometimes have to open second sessions of them because they're super popular. And it's just a nod to that learning and growing and being an artist never stops. This summer, most of our summer classes for adults have already sold out, but we have active wait lists. So if we have enough people, we'll always add a second session. We have classes in acting, in dance, in technical theater. We have it in improv, voiceover theater. So anything that the kiddos are doing, the adults get to do. And they get really excited about it. It's something that maybe they want to try it and they're like, I'm going to do this thing for the first time, or this is something that they used to do. And it gives them a chance to be in community with people who also like the things that they're doing. So. Perfect. Well, me and my team really kind of do it all. We do educational opportunities for any of our Broadway and Bold shows that you see, such as workshops or pre and post show talks where artisans that have helped build the show or are in the show get an opportunity to work with or see and ask questions to the people who worked on the show. That's also a free opportunity for our community, which is really important. So it's no charge to anybody. We do participate in Pride. We participate in the Aurora downtown events. We also make sure that we're going out and going into the community and doing free workshops at schools. One of the things that we just did was we partnered with West Aurora High School, and we had a whole career day where students who were interested in careers outside of just the normal acting or musician part of theater got a chance to come and shadow, and then we'll continue to develop that partnership a little bit more with those students. That will also be reaching out to other area high schools for that. We also make sure that we partner with other like-minded organizations. We'll be working with the Awesome Life Academy for adults with different abilities and getting them an opportunity to come in and work with artisans here with us. We believe that everyone should have access to the arts and arts education, and we're committed to that, and we get to do that through all the work that we do.
My name is Kara Davidson, and I'm the Director of New Works and Associate Artistic Producer at Paramount. So the Spark Lab series is something we launched this year in 2025, and it's a place to cultivate the development of new theatrical works, whether that's works for the stage that are a play or a musical, or other theatrical experiences that live outside the boundaries of a play or a musical. So we've had 2 Spark Lab readings so far, and the first was a play, the second was in March and it was a musical, and now we have another musical coming up in May, and it's called Mija, and it's a bilingual musical. It's in Spanish and English, and the story surrounds a Latin American woman who is wrestling with identity and wanting to learn more about her heritage. It'll take place in the Copley Theater here at Paramount on May 17th. And we're so excited. We are sponsored by a Healing Illinois grant to bring this musical to Aurora, and we have a mixture of out-of-town people. The author team is from the West Coast, and then we have a mixture of local actors and local directors and out-of-town actors all coming together to put up the reading. So Winter Woven is a project that New Works is working on with the Paramount School of the Arts, and it is a new undertaking for us. This summer we will be accepting applications for students to help me out on the devising team to write the script of the piece. So this will be a free opportunity for the students to come in and work on elements of the script together, and then that script we'll have auditions for in the fall, and there'll be a chance for actors of all generations to audition and be a part of that show in the December. So the Aurora Women's Empowerment Fund has pledged a grant to both Paramount New Works and the Paramount School of the Arts. And so they are a sponsor of our Spark Lab series, and we're so grateful for their participation, because that allows us to have these events be free of charge for our community. And the events themselves include a reception where the artists get to mingle with the audience that's coming in to see the show. And there's also a chance at the end for a talk back where the authors can get some feedback on their work, and the audience can ask questions of the directors and the playwright and the composer and the actors in a way that they might not get to in a typical coming to see a show.
Stolp Island Theater, our new immersive theatrical space, not only allows you to experience $1 Million Quartet, but you experience walking into Sun Studio itself. You walk into the theater, you are on the street in Memphis, Tennessee in 1956. You walk into the office and you walk into Sun Studio, and you sit in the studio with those rock and roll legends as they're playing 2-3 feet from you. The musicianship is amazing, the acting is wonderful, the storytelling, the set, the lights, the projections. It was such a wonderful collaboration between Jim and myself, as well as all of the designers and performers and creative team members. It's an absolutely electric rock and roll experience that I have never seen anything quite like it. I've been in theater a while, and I've never seen anything quite like that before.
There is nothing like it. You know, we both have our past with MDQ. I directed the 2017 production on the big stage at Paramount, and Craig has been in the show.
Yes.
Craig had even played...
Oh, there's a fun story.
Craig went on and played Elvis
a while back.
I did.
So we wouldn't have to cancel a show, and crushed it.
Yeah. So I started in the theater industry as like a musical theater performer, and a while back in 2015, 2016, I was on the national tour of $1 Million Quartet. I then played Elvis up at the Fireside Dinner Theater in Wisconsin, and then we built this, we directed it together, and then on December 22nd, I get an email at like 11, or a text message at 11:30 in the morning from our production manager, Aaron, who said, "Hey, Craig, do you want to play Elvis for a day?" And this has been a long-running joke that, oh, Craig's going to play Elvis at some point. And I was like, no. And she caught me in a good mood. And it was the last show right before Christmas. And I wanted to make sure that show happened, because right around Christmas, people buy these tickets as gifts. Family is in town. I wanted to make sure that this was an experience that people were not going to miss out on if this was their one chance to be there. So we all rallied together and threw me into a costume, and the cast came in. We rehearsed for, I don't know, hour and a half or so, and then we did the show.
Yeah, no one had to be disappointed. I should mention this too, that Craig led the building of the Stope Island Theater. And that was another reason why I really wanted to bring him into the directing team, because his leadership skills built Stope Island Theater. The guy built a theater in like 11 months.
A lot of people built a theater, to be fair. I mean, I was the Stope Island Theater project manager, so I oversaw the design, the construction, and opening of Stope Island. But it was a collaborative process. I was working with our operations team. We were working with a lot of contractors within Aurora. We were hiring construction people, electricians, all of these people to really change what was kind of an abandoned office space. It used to be a restaurant way back. There was still freezers and stuff in there when I first walked in
there.
The old City of Aurora cable studio was in there, so we busted a wall through there. We ended up using that as our backstage space, and it was
And then it was offices, and there were, the building had walls to make these rooms for office space, and all of that under Craig's direction got all gutted and renovated and turned into our theater space. And not he did it single-handedly, but working with the city, with health codes, with plumbing, all the contractors, and did it so quickly and so effectively and safely and solidly. And we're so happy to be here for our audience in Aurora.
And
on the Riverwalk.
Yes. Yep. Right on the river. And I have to just thank the city of Aurora in general, everyone I worked with who actually works for the city, but also the people within the community, the contractors who, when we came with them with kind of a wild ask, were like, yeah, let's do it. We'll figure it out. We'll make it work. Which made this process, when I started, and I double-checked the calendar, when I started to the day we first let audience in the building was 11 months to the day. And when I walked in, the place wasn't even demolished yet. And that is a huge credit to the hard work of everyone here at Paramount that worked on it, everyone at the city who helped us work on getting permits and getting everything through, and all of the people that we hired in to make this place this really special gem in downtown Aurora. And I'm really proud of everyone that came together, because now I know so many people in this city can drive by Stope Island Theater and say, I did something in there. I put the electricity in there. I put the plumbing in there. I helped paint that. I helped build that. Aurora Sign built the marquee and other signage on the outside. Like, it really is, as much as it is a Paramount project, and as much as I hold it will forever be probably the coolest thing I've ever built in my life. It really was a community effort to create something so magical downtown. And if all of those pieces hadn't come together, it wouldn't have happened.
It's so solid, the construction. You feel like you're on a movie set when you walk in. You're actually on the street where Sun Studio is. Well, I don't want to keep repeating you go to the office, but you're actually, during the show, you're actually in the recording session. This improvised, impromptu recording session that you're bearing witness to doing this whole flashback with the producer, Sam Phillips. So you've got to come see it if you haven't yet. People are raving about it. Come see what everybody's talking about. It's very rewarding and beyond expectation.